Hello, everyone. We are back. Back again playing some Disco Elysium. Could it be the penultimate episode of Disco Elysium? We'll find out. Before we start the show, I just wanted to bring attention to something. I'm sure if you're, well, I mean, I was gonna say if you're living under a rock, you might not have noticed, but there's probably a lot of people out there that just play games, and don't pay attention to the game media. Um, Blizzard Activision is being sued by the state of California for some pretty heinous. I read into it. It's some pretty heinous allegations of workplace misconduct over the last 2 years. The investigation they were investigating them for 2 years and had given them like it's not like they were just watching them. They were like actively giving them feedback about how they were um, conducting their business and some of the complaints against them. And over that 2 years, nothing was done. And some of the stuff you read that went on over there was pretty awful. Like the one that grossed me out the most was the lead one of the lead developers on World of Warcraft was just like walking around the business place like trying to kiss women that worked for him and just awful stuff. They are um, they are doing a collective action right now, or it's either today or the next day. I encourage everybody to support the workers over at Blizzard Activision. It sounds like pretty awful place to work. So anyway, I just wanted to bring attention to that. I posted about it on the Twitter, and just keep them in your thoughts. Let the company know that crap doesn't fly. On to the show. Let's get right into Disco Elysium. I thought it only appropriate since a lot of this game is about workers' rights and the relationship between employees and employers. So let's see here. I believe we were trying to get into the um, I want to say Fern building, but that doesn't sound right. Something like that though. And let Kim in. The glass is covered with grime and dust. You can barely see out. Oh, did I not? Yeah, okay. Didn't. Still haven't determined where the shot came from. Hmm. Man, that thing yesterday about teleporting up to the roof was funny. I did it. I teleported. I literally saw you climb. Okay. Before we get um yes, got my trusty partner. Hmm. Okay. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh, okay. That's the way I came. Got this today. Let's see. Got a new gaming mouse. Can barely see it. Gaming mouse. It is rather nice. I've been playing with just the nonsense that came with this computer. Ooh, what is it I have on? Empathy, hand-eye coordination. Okay, well, sometimes when you put on new clothes, sometimes stuff happens. Not this time though. Oh, cool. I wonder if I would have seen that if I didn't have my flashlight. Oh, that's the vent. Wish I could take that photo. I'm gonna wear that hat to the meeting. I was reading about this, the developer of this game yesterday, and apparently, interesting. Appar- Apparently, there is a novel set in the same world of this game, published in whatever, I'm not sure which country the developer's from, but it's going to be localized into English and published here. And I also read that they are planning on doing a sequel to Disco Elysium, which I am all for. Hello. As you can see, some bad shit is going down. Oh. Hmm. Interesting. So the game audio is not coming through. Is that any better? Hopefully that doesn't kill the stream. Let's see. Okay, I've still got mic audio. You should have game sound now, maybe? I'm seeing it on the audio mixer. Still not working. Okay. 1 second. Okay, what is going on? I see it on my audio mixer. Okay, what is going on? Yeah, okay. You can mute that. That's really strange. I bought a new pair of speakers today for my computer, and it seems to have screwed around with. That is really weird because I'm showing audio output capture. Audio output capture. Do you hear anything now? Oh, would you go back to that? Okay, we got game audio. Cool. Let me know if I hear, but it's loud. Well, let's see if we can lower it a little bit. Is that any better? Sorry to have to doing all this on the fly. A bit too low. Okay, I had it. Yeah. Okay.
Well, it doesn't feel much better.
Is that any better?
Sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that. I got a new pair of RGB speakers today for my computer, and my computer just decided it could not handle 3 audio output devices and figure out which one did what. So I had to unplug. What I did just then to get it to come back on was reach down and just unplug the speaker from the computer. Okay, well, good to know. I'll test that out and figure out what's causing that in between streams. Okay, so it doesn't feel any better. You can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much.
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while. So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
Oh, okay.
So nice.
Well,
that's one knife I didn't want to find to my back. This could have turned out pretty bad for me if you hadn't walked right into 25 bands of ultra-high frequencies.
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit.
man, I really wish that I could change my outfit, because I have a lot of stuff for pain threshold. Oh, nice.
Did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but...
All good, officer. Be careful.
She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
Oh, gosh.
She's truly desperate. She thinks she has no other options. You need to give her options. You know. This is how you talk her out of it. It's the only scenario in which she lives. She stares at you, frozen, the gun still in her mouth, eyes filled with dark intensity. Then something shifts in her.
Yeah.
Gratitude, doubt. She's still ready to go. Her neck and shoulders relax, and her grip on the gun loosens.
Day of miracles. I'll take it.
She runs past you, then past the lieutenant, and disappears. into the darkness of the tunnel.
Good call.
Oh, I was wondering how he would react to that.
Yeah, I'm sure. I would have done the same had I not been incapacitated.
He couldn't take it like you. It irks him. Then he gets over it.
Her tent. We should check it out.
Yeah, I also... She didn't have the murder weapon. The boot prints don't match. Like, there's enough... There's enough doubt there. Nice of them to give me a health pack.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately. It was pitched by practiced hands. She's used to camping out. The tent looks old, but well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled-up sleeping bag, cooking utensils, some books, and a kerosene lamp. It reeks of cigarettes. Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
Interesting. That's cool.
See anything?
I really, I'm interested to give this another playthrough just to see, like, the stuff I missed.
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine. It's a leather notebook.
I was actually I said this earlier, but I don't think you were in the chat yet. I did a little reading about this game, or the game developer of this game yesterday, and I was surprised to see that they said that they're definitely they definitely have a sequel in the works.
You pocket the worn brown leather journal.
We should read this immediately, like right now.
Okay. I would imagine it's probably not the same character, but yeah, it's just interesting how, like, the thing about this game is it does a lot of the same tricks that these kind of games do, where it's like it all seems like all the storylines kind of come together at some point, but they do the trick way better than a lot of games like this, like the Telltale games. It's harder to see those threads. Yeah, I think their plans from the sequel, from what I read, is it's like another game of. It seemed like it was another game of this type, set in the same world, but different. I think it's different characters. They said originally the idea for Disco Elysium was you'd play as a man and a pregnant woman. So I don't know if maybe they're still planning on going back to that story. It'd be interesting if, like, maybe the playable character was the woman he's always, like, pining for in Grodd. That'd be interesting if you saw, like, her side of the story. But I'd totally be here for it. Another game like this set in the same world.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket.
As long as they get the same writer, because the writing in this game is fantastic.
It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller.
Yeah, I just meant that, like, you know, like in like Telltale games, how they give you like the illusion of decisions and choice, but it's sort of like what's going to happen will happen no matter what, kind of. Um, this it does the same thing, but like way better, to where that magic trick is kind of, it's harder to see. It feels like the game world reacts to you a lot more. But I guess it probably really doesn't. They're very good at making that trick come off. Yeah, I wouldn't. Well, you know, there's probably more game dev work in this than you'd think. But yeah, I would think that the impact of the writers and artists probably had a. I would imagine they had an outsized influence on the game. Like the amount of art assets in this game is pretty impressive.
Schneller
and how much
is a
dialogue.
stationary brand from Godfall, beloved among architects and engineers. She's got good taste and must have taken whatever she recorded here seriously.
Okay.
The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled. The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently, perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins. It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
That's interesting. Yeah, it feels weirdly like a pen and paper RPG in some ways.
It's good she left in a hurry. We could learn a lot from this.
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape. Short, wry observations of people and places, probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them. The way some of those question marks trail off into ellipses, she was going through a tough time. Staff issues, always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of betrayal. The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable. Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely. She is referring to betraying her previous employer. Does this suggest she did it in self-defense? The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
I just don't think she killed a mercenary. It's mostly a gut feeling, though, since we let her walk out without hearing her side of the story.
That would be a first, or a fourth, but who's counting, he thinks. Very rarely does anyone actually get framed.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her. Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than with us.
I tend to agree with him. Like, it seems like she definitely she definitely, you know, faked the lynching. She definitely was involved in the drug trade. She had illegal firearms, and she assaulted police officers. You know, she did a lot of illegal things, but I am not necessarily sure that murdering somebody was one of them.
Claudia was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Perhaps she was trying to steer us away from herself, or... Either way, we need to keep an eye on her. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling in rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.
$10 says that she's not there.
The plain red tent. It was pitched by practice.
Okay, nothing left here. Nothing back here. Okay. Well, I can run again. Did we come through this way? Yes, we did. Well, I mean, like, how else do you handle witnessing something like that? He also, you know, Kim seems to... He seems to be a very logical person, and it's like, well, at this point, there's absolutely nothing you can do. So, I don't... Oh, okay. Let's see, I've got a point to spend. Any suggestions on what I should spend this point on? Yeah, coordination's all the way up. Reaction speed. Alright. Good to know, too, that chat's a little bit behind. Let's see here. I assume that reaction speed is probably something that I would need to take into account. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be too bad. It's like 10 or 15 seconds, but... Well, good. I have nothing else that helps with reaction speed. Logic. That's definitely not helping. Yeah, I'm gonna wear it to the meeting if I get a chance to, if I ever get a chance to go back there. I never did find the helmet that the little kid kicked into the river. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I was hoping that I'd be able to find the helmet. Oh, okay.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night.
I did go in here, right? Surely I did. Yeah, okay. I've cleared that area. Okay. Yeah, I kind of, like in hindsight, I kind of regret not taking the boots now. Oh well, the boys down at the morgue need something to do. The music is kind of creepy.
Stop. Now. It is time. Crisis. Death. You can feel it in your blue soul. Be prepared. Make sure you have your pepper box in your hand. Your fingers reflexively reach for the Villiers 9mm pistol in your pocket.
Then you'd better get ready. Whatever happens, I've got your back.
Clipboard and gun in hand. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's not here.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning. Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right? Shut up! I'm gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm. There's something very wrong with him.
Shh. This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kypt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
I don't think she knows who she's talking
Easy,
to.
Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it.
Peaceful.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
fuck, there's the third one. How did we miss something like this?
This third one, he is the most dangerous of them all, heavily armed. The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene. If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
A sound strategy. He's the leader.
Yeah.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
Pig fuck!
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals hung him up for everyone to see.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the grip of your sidearm feels comforting and warm in your hand. Feels like it's saying, do it. Shoot him in the mouth. Shoot him before he shoots you. No, wait. It's good you have that gun. It really is. Just soften him up first. Present an argument. I'm barely keeping you together here. This is it, the big one. If you talk to him, he will rattle you, not the other way around. Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have, then move down from that. Please.
Yeah. Okay. Had blue eyes? What? Oh, yeah. Okay. So I could shoot him pretty reliably. I could think of an argument pretty reliably. Okay, let's go with
Alright, here we go. This is an illegal tribunal. Krenner would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick. You only have time for one argument. Choose wisely.
okay, so Colonel would never do this.
Pops, you have no idea about the rights Crenell extends to us. If I fuck and kill you, hang you to that streetlight by your shit pipes, then that's called a necessary display of force. No one's going to give a shit about dead loincloths. That's reality.
Okay, it's not much, but he's thinking about something else, and his hand is off the gun. This did something. Easy now. Tell them these men didn't do it. There's a peaceful way out.
Yeah? Who did that? How fucking convenient.
His fingers are twitching. That's a draw reflex. He's about to draw.
You think I'm fucking stupid, cop? What if I just shot one of your pals here, right now? How about the kid? Tell me, it's a magic fucking sniper one more time.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead cop marshal won't decide who...
The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him, all together. Titus said, we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud, in a public place.
You're lying, DePaul heard it.
A Kiel Model 40 revolver, 8 rounds in the barrel. The gun slowly sways in his hand from the inebriation.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
Liars.
The shot rings in your ears, a low, tinny ring. Then
This
the
is
Hardy
very
Boys
intense.
The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head, crashing a small pane of the glass window behind her.
I missed.
Not true. He purposefully over-aimed and shot the window. You had him second-guessing himself, only for a second. Do not assume he will miss the next time.
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end a Sunday night.
That doesn't sound good. You need to change the topic now, or there will be another shot.
You think I care what that company cunt thinks? She's gone, you stupid fuck. Sailed off 5 minutes ago. She doesn't give a shit about you, Silos. Stay cool! Don't do anything stupid! The company bitch is gone. Laylee's gone. Fuck are we still doing in this shithole?
Guys, I just get in the way. I don't even have a gun.
Hold your ground. Any more of you run, I'll shoot you myself. We're doing this together.
They're huddled close in a formation. Still, the rest will stay, even if it means dying here with him.
Yes. So what? Nah. I'm clear as day. Fucking government-ordained super soldier.
Enough already! What is this? We didn't come here to fucking chat!
Interrupt me again and I will execute you on the spot, Lance Corporal.
Rude. Rude is the killer. Rude, the killer. Owen Cloven. He doesn't talk much.
All of you cunts inside out.
The gunner. The raddest. The killer. What do you think he does?
There, on the rim of Owen Clerven's helmet, you count little stick figures. 19, 20, 21. About 50 little stick figures, all of them black, plus 2 little white ones in the end. These men served in Seminai, the native islanders. The 2 little white figures in the end are from when they moved to Revachol. They're recent.
That's right. Plenty of kips here in Revachol, too.
T, let's fucking do it.
Easy. Easy now.
Well, I'm not liking the idea of that 17% suggestion check. And, that is 92%.
Who the fuck is that?
Glacia, the woman upstairs. Where is she?
She left!
Unarmed.
I believe that means he's killed 2 people in
keeping it
Revachol.
together.
She left! Her room's cleaned out! Right before these assholes showed up!
We should have arrested her.
You can feel how upset he is with himself. Just for a second. Then the fear takes over and he's back in the moment.
Hey, Bushman! Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one!
She's gone. Forget about it now. Concentrate on this.
And of course, yeah. I didn't think it would let me save.
What's the matter, loincloth? Got your mouth full of dick? Think I'm gonna spare you? My brother is dead.
Shit, this is it. Tell him anything. Tell him you have more information.
Rude. Kill him.
The porcelain man raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His hands are steady, and the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly. An Easter AR-FA-7, built for taking out light armored vehicles. It will devastate you. You stare down the barrel of the gun. You see Rude's mask behind it, his eyes in the slit of the helmet, like a camera lens, focusing on you. 0.6 seconds remain. There are 6 little black dots in the tip of the thick barrel, like a honeycomb. This is a knock cannon. It shoots 6 rounds in one pull of the trigger. Is there anything we could use to protect this frail body? That gun will tear us to pieces.
Look who just leveled up.
A low shot
God.
rings. You feel a tapping like rain on your chest plate. Heavy drops of rain. Then the sound of dice rolling as the cuirass distributes the shock evenly from plate to plate. You got hit. The armor took most of it, but still your ribcage burns. Feels like blood is slowly seeping into your lungs.
God, please.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. An extremely difficult shot. 2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from de Paul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you. Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. A look of happiness. His eyes seem unnaturally bright, shining like stars. Something in the fear must distort him somehow. He is evil, and the end.
Probably wasn't gonna make that. I really didn't know what would happen if I...
You simply blink, then something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into it. Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them. Like a hellish play.
You're bleeding out. Stay with me. Yes, keep talking. You hear me? Stay awake.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone, when suddenly you sense something behind him, a shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising his pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. Scream immediately. He's gonna die. No, you say, and hand out your firearm to him. Your hand trembles, and your eyes are full of fear. That's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves like a spring unloaded. He grabs the gun from your bloody hand and fires behind him. You hear a roar of pain, a death scream. The sound disappears like someone pressed stop on the tape. The hulking figure, too, is gone. And so is Kim, and the whole world.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours. Hurting. Moaning in his sleep. And rotting. And being disinfected. And smelling of drugs. And feeling saliva in his mouth. Drifting in painkillers. Thrashing in his wound sleep.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved. There is a radio in the distance. A radio of the world. Playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you will return to the world.
Hours turn to it up again and go through it again. Finally, we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call.
The engine of a Caprice Canema.
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stops. He only gets worse.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple, from the pain.
Sunrise, Parabellum. What happened? We tried to take the diplomatic route and hoped they wouldn't attack first. They did. The Major gave the command. As retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting you. He hit the cuirass. I heard it go off. I was looking for a clear line of sight to him.
He sounds a tiny bit sorry he did not find it before you got hit.
I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. He did not survive.
This is not the first person to die in his place. He goes on.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo died before they made it to intensive care. Titus died in the hospital yesterday. Alain and the young musician, I forget his name, they are all that's left. Yes. You were bleeding out. I think you said something about your wife, and you warned me. I was able to disarm the Major before he got a jump on me.
Thank you, although...
I was not able to kill him, as I should have. Crenel took him. A stray bullet killed the Pole, though. And that's what happened.
Wait, what? Who's DePaul?
Yes. He's in a private hospital across the river. Crenel claimed him from the local butcher shop where Titus died. Turns out he's insured. We won't get to him anymore. The good news is he's not coming here either. I did some damage. 4. Glenn, Theo, Angus. The fat one. He took a lot of bullets. And Titus. All. Yes, officer. 6 people are dead. It's not a success. But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized. Yet. And we are still alive. Both of us.
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies. His smoking, his hunched back. You have it worse, but he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes.
Sunrise Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying.
Isn't that written on your...
Cops like it. The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say. I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely. Yes, we have also completely failed. But that's okay. Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day. 2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water. It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off.
Dramamine? Then it's not that bad. Neither surgical nor organ damage bad, but still under the counter bad.
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. It appears no major arteries were nicked. The bullet was removed and a bacterial infection treated with mercurochrome.
He said to answer a sunrise parabellum.
The bruising in your shoulder is negligible. The armor took the brunt of the fire. We will see.
If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone, you are going to have to become a psycho-locomotor.
Not very. I have a concussion from the Major beating me with the butt of his gun. I try to not move too much. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see him coming. Stupid of me. Easy now. How are you?
He nods.
I honestly don't know. Do you? Because we can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. And Joyce has left too. Yes, she left yesterday morning. To meet the board of Wild Pines, or that is what I've heard. There's a pin somewhere in the machine that keeps Connell from sending in a death squad. Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone, and Classio too. We really should have arrested her, you know? I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else, outside our circle of suspects, was right. It better be. Everyone within the circle is either dead or gone. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect. What? Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to keep everything.
He's wrong.
Okay. I don't know. That's been there for years. Yes, God cursed the footprints, not solving the case for us. Au diable. We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else?
See? There's that. You can do ballistics.
It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We found one, all completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is to find one that makes the bullet useless. We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them.
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
It really is very hard. No. Are you ready to limp? Good. Where do you want to limp to?
The lieutenant did mention doing more ballistics.
Why not? Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.
Well, that could have went better. Oh, the door.
The bathroom mirror has been wiped completely clean. You see the reflection of your face in the mirror, such as it is. A regular...
Sure, why not? We're gonna fix the faucet that's already been fixed.
The bathroom mirror has been wiped completely clean. The faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it.
It's funny. I also grabbed the boombox, not the the thing I meant to grab. It's funny he like fixed
The bed's a little nicer now. The fan stands still. These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be fragments of the lieutenant's paperwork, half finished. You make out notes on this and other recent cases.
I had Garth open the door to your room. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night. It would have been easy were it not for my concussion. We both got lucky, considering the odds we faced. Let's go?
Really? No, it gives you +1 authority. It gives you -1 inland empire. About to say, that seems weird that a ledger
I am
would...
sure...
You know, because that's like the thing about walking around with a clipboard, right? Oh, did Kim get shot in your version?
Next to the stack of bills, you see a note, a few lines jotted down in large, uneven handwriting, just as the writer was about to rush out the door. See you at the return. P.S. I didn't kill him. P.P.S. Gift upstairs.
Oh,
a
yeah.
Gift. It's hardly surprising.
You look at her rough, jagged handwriting on the note. She was in a rush, but not panicked. Deliberate. Focused.
I am not drawing my gun, yet, but I don't like gifts.
He says he's not, but his hand moves instinctively toward his holster as he relaxes. Not everyone is out to trap you. The medicine cabinet is empty. Not even a toothbrush. Pity.
I figured.
Mm-hmm. She certainly had her priorities straight when she was packing.
Let me go ahead and save this. And let's just make... I guess yeah, it's a new save every time. Cool. Just in case I wanted to go back and see if I could not screw that up so bad later. Okay. That's kind of weird that they did it that way. If the game is really about to be over, because I never got the chance to finish my political quest.
You see the same two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman, only now a red thread bisects the room, pointing from the antenna outside to the cupboard on the wall.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
Well, if it's only a few more conversations, then yeah, probably.
A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside, A prime, to then widen into a radius of locations in Martinez, B prime, B double prime, and B triple prime. It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof, B triple prime, the island in the bay.
unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the thread seems to point. She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass.
She had a long time to think about it after, standing on that roof, staring at the glass.
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her? I find that hard to believe, but at this point, what difference does it make? I remember. So it is.
For a second he seems tired.
I just haven't gotten a lot of sleep these past few days.
He doesn't really believe this will yield anything. The wind blows in from the open window. The lieutenant sighs, looking into the cold distance across the water. The lead is flimsy. You might as well go around Martinez looking under every rock and talking to every person. But what else is there? There, across the grey water, amidst crumbling concrete, a birch tree, and the half-sunken ruins of a flak tower.
Could be the makings of a sniper's nest.
Why not? Military fortifications are made for that kind of thing.
Not a lot, no. Of course. I mean, how do we get there? Joyce Messier had her sloop, but she's gone. Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
Okay. Ooh. Let's forget that that's where the stairs are. Yeah, I would have to... Problem is I still have that one quest open, but you have to wait until like 2,200 hours to access that area. Yeah, it can't. It's gone. Cancelled. That's a bummer. Them two are all that's left.
Seeing you approach, the bruised man clenches his fists.
Oh, it's you. Didn't think we'd see you walking anytime soon. Elaine, look. It's the cowardly cop.
Huh? What?
He's very, very drunk.
Our condolences for your losses.
Yeah, you too. It's a rough world out there. It's not easy being a cop. We were too hard on you. Both of you. We shouldn't have fucked with you like we did. You got between us and a lot of bullets in that fight. Martinez owes you one.
That's kind of you to say. Take care of your friend, okay?
I will. You take care of yours.
I like how he...
sharp pain shoots up your...
I like how he just called me a coward and then said that I stepped in between him and a bunch of bullets. It's like that didn't exactly line up.
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Scar. The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
Looks like it, yes. This is still fresh. It wasn't here yesterday.
The return.
Could be. In Revachol West, someone somewhere is always whispering about Le Retour. It's an aerograffito, meant for coalition aerostatics in the lower troposphere.
I wonder if say that played out differently and I didn't get shot a whole bunch of times. I wonder if I would have lost so many days and my political quest would still be canceled. Yeah, I told Titus that he should become a cop. Light him on fire. I don't.
The graffito. This.
And blood. Some of it is even yours.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable? You could buy some smokes, light up a ciggy and throw it in there. You know, just to see what happens. See if it's flammable. It's...
I don't even know where I would buy that at.
A colorful display of the bottles wink at you in the light. There, in that dark green glass. All in vain. The great, the beauty, the truth, the poetry of it all.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Don't ask. Don't look. Don't do anything here. Just go away. Get back to work.
Here you go, mister.
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Skull. The fuel oil catches fire immediately with a low hiss. A bright orange flash across the surface of the lettering. The falling snow turns to vapor above the burning message, mingling with the black smoke. The lieutenant has taken a small step back. He looks at your face illuminated by the flames and nods silently. Then the flames warmed him too. Not at all in a bad way.
Let's go to that island.
Slowly, the flames subside, the fuel burning out. The air still smells of mazout and springtime.
Interesting.
Stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
There are types of danger. The one I'm usually concerned with is lung cancer or getting mauled by wildlife. Not bullets. It calls back to an older era where this was commonplace, though. You have a true boyadero heart. Hiding, gathering themselves. The harbor's in full lockdown, friend. No getting in or out, for the time being. Time will tell. I'll tell Everard you dropped by. I'm sure he'll be glad. I'll be okay here, doing lookout. Quite the sight, aren't they? Getting to like that red I am. Don't worry about me. I live to alleviate the worries of our brothers. See if any insane killers turn up. Then I'll run. And live. You know it, friend.
It's interesting. So they won. He's still there. Well, wonder if he has anything to say.
Wow! A cop limping down the street, bleeding from the shoulder, face bruised, looking like hell? You know what that is? Cool! That's cool!
What a... I feel like I did a lot of things right playing this game, except for that last. Except
Officer,
for
what happened?
the last.
You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
Of course. Can I help you with something? That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead. Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me.
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of the revolution against coalition forces before they took this city.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such. The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful. Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I'm sad to hear that. Take care of that with Ether, will you? Don't get too many RCM men round here. Be sad to lose the first one. If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull, I just got it nice and yellow, and no drinking on the boat, and no joyriding either.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
perception, huh? I'm pretty good at perception. Yeah, I've got a 9.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone.
And that iron. That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great.
Yeah, I think so.
And
oh no, that's my encyclopedia glasses. I think you're right.
We make a fire. Mm-hmm. Gather the sticks for the fire. And bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important.
I don't know what those are. They're lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
Your nerve endings sting from the mention of a guy. They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
No. Yes.
Let's go with yes.
Because he asks to put the fire out. I don't know. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes. I don't know.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
Yes. No, he doesn't live there. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know. We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there. Our father killed himself. Don't say that, he didn't. I'm sorry. There's
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
Be careful out there.
A skiff with a small steering engine. The boat's belly is a shiny yellow color, industrial paint over fresh tar. You see it reflect off the water, along with the factory number, A72. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now? Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
Going a little bit long tonight because this game is almost over.
Be free. Want to be free.
Disco Inferno.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance. Let's go.
Okay, well, I didn't realize there was still that much left of the game. Okay, then, if it's 45 minutes to an hour, we'll call it there. We'll have one last episode. And, I may off the stream go back and see if I can do that old shootout again. And see if I don't get everyone killed this time. But that'll be for my own personal enjoyment. I super appreciate everybody coming by, and sorry for the audio problems up top. I think we've figured that out at least. But yeah, come by tomorrow. We'll play it one more time, and we'll finish this game up. And I think then we'll be moving on to like a new series. I'm thinking about playing through all of Yakuza 0 on stream. I also have like a couple other ideas. I've had Cloudpunk in the back of my back pocket that I've been thinking about playing too. Anyway, stop on by tomorrow if you want to see the ending. And until then, have a nice night. See you guys later. Bye.